Hey, this is Sasha Evdokov, founder of TradersFly.com and InvestingHelpDesk.com. Now, what I've done is created InvestingHelpDesk.com for you in order to share with you some questions that other traders and investors ask. And in today's question, what I have is, do you have any recommendations of good books for people who just started getting into trading? So if you are just getting started into trading, one of the better resources that I could recommend is for you to go to my website at TradersFly.com. And when you're on that website, be sure to take a look and just scroll through the Start Here section. This section is going to give you some insight on videos that you should watch, which we're continuing to constantly evolve and build on a step-by-step basis, as well as some books that you should read and some books for practical technical analysis, and some video courses, as well as private coaching and brokers that you can start with. So there's a lot of knowledge and information on this website and on this page that'll give you some helpful insights to where you should go next for learning and just getting started. Now, I have created a previous video on what are some great stock trading books, and you can take a look at that video at this link and URL, or just search the website and you should be able to find it. Now, as far as just getting started and looking at books, what is the order, or what would I recommend for you to go through as far as your learning curve? I would say if you're sticking to books, my first book is Start Trading Stocks. And if you're just getting started, this would be a great book for you to start out with, because it's going to give you some good overview to the markets, how they work, how they operate. Now, if you're looking for more of some rules, some mental insights, then take a look at the 20 Rules for Investing Success. This will kind of give you some thoughts and processes of how you should be thinking about investing. So rather than giving you like foundational framework like the previous book, this is going to give you some insights to your own personal mindset, the process that you should be thinking, the right mentality about trading. Now, if you're looking for just some quick basic tips, the 100 Stock Trading Tips is another great book that I wrote, and it's a short read. It's probably about 110-15 pages long, but it'll give you some more insights and mindsets about trading, but also some other trading tips that you could use as you're trading and investing in the stock market. Now, for those that want an all-in-one book, the book that I would recommend is How to Make Money in Stocks, A Winning System in Good Times and Bad. And this is the 4th edition. It's by William O'Neill, so it's a really popular book. I highly recommend it. It's quite thick. It's very lengthy, and you really should go through it not just once, but multiple times and really study that book. Now, it's a great all-in-one book, so it has a lot of things, but it doesn't cover any one specific thing in immense detail, but it is thick. So it does cover some things exceptionally well, but not as well as one of the books that I'll mention here in a second called Encyclopedia of Stock Charts. So this book doesn't get into technical analysis that much. It'll give you some basic insight, but not as much. If you're looking for basics of volume and how stocks move, like some basic technical analysis, then Timing the Trade is a good book. It's a little more expensive because it is a hardcover, but it is a really worthwhile book because it breaks things down apart in a simple fashion. So that's another book that I would recommend that you get started with as far as learning some basic technical analysis. If you want to take your technical analysis further and deeper, I would take a look at some of the 245 money-making stock chart setup books that I wrote. I specifically wrote these books so that you can learn from the charts how stocks move, how they act, how they behave. And you'll see some of these charts here on screen. You'll see that we really break apart some support, some resistance, some patterns, and it shows you where you could add to the position, where to sell and take profits in the charts. So those are some books that you really should get into, especially if you're into technical analysis. Now, those books aren't really reading books. They're not going to give you, words to read through and chapters and things like that. It's really just 98% of that book, or any of those books right there, is just charts for the 245 money-making stock chart setups. Now, if you're more advanced, if you're more into technical analysis, as I mentioned earlier, the How to Make Money in Stocks doesn't cover everything. doesn't do a lot of technical analysis. If you really want to learn chart patterns, the Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns here by Bulkowski is a really good book. Again, this one's about $70 for the book, and it's a thick book. It's about 1,000 pages long, and one of the reasons why it's more pricey. But it's really a detailed and great book, especially if you want to get really into technical analysis. But again, it is a little more pricey. So those are some things to consider. Again, I would highly recommend that you take a look at the Getting Started page on my website at tradersfly.com, because it'll give you some videos and a lot of that knowledge and information absolutely free. And I'll share with you some of those books and links and direct links to those books, as well as the books for practicing technical analysis. And I'm always evolving this section, so that's why you should go ahead and go to that page, and then it'll tell you exactly some of the things and places that you can start. Now, if you'd like to see more questions and answers, be sure to visit me at investinghelpdesk.com. And don't forget to click this button right here if you'd like to sign up for the newsletter and get alerts when I release new content, training materials, courses, or write new books. And if you want to see my critical charts or try the service out absolutely free, then just click this button right here, and then you'll get free access for 15 days. And after that 15 days, make sure that you cancel your subscription if you don't want to continue with the service. But if you'd like to continue with the service, then by all means, just let things continue as they are. And one last thing, if you'd like to keep in touch through YouTube, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button right there. Thanks again for joining me, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.